First of all, I just wanted to wish everybody a happy new year. Hopefully 2026 will be a good one. And before we sign off 2025, let's put out one more Integra Type R video. In the previous episode, I talked about the history of this car, why it means so much to me, and the future plans. It's going to be a full restoration with a new paint job, most likely championship white. So let's actually do some work this episode and proceed to make this car even worse. So obviously, step number one is to take the wrap off. And I've been dreading this for a while. And I just want to start by saying, I think I did a pretty damn good job wrapping this as my first wrap. I did this whole quarter panel and pillar in one piece. So me and my boy Jose, we did a pretty good job. But like I said, I've been dreading this. But the good news is, it's not that bad. I thought this wrap was gonna be extremely brittle. The roof has been absolutely miserable. Brittle, like you just pull on it. But it looks like it's gonna come off. It's not gonna be easy, but it's not gonna be as hard as I thought it was gonna be and be extremely brittle and dry rotted. But anyway, yep, already peeling it off. You can see the black underneath. It's gonna be a while, so let's get to work. Quarter panel off. I'm actually surprised I didn't take the OEM stickers off, but I think I know why. Is because it left me an indent under the wrap that allowed me to put the new stickers directly on top of where they belong. So, but anyway, yeah, this is the Mako paint job. Like I said, it was pretty good, but any top surface just got completely faded, as you can see. And a lot of this is actually me. I think I sanded it down a little bit with like 2000 grit just so the wrap would sit better. One really frustrating thing about this whole process is the wrap is actually coming off pretty easily, except I put like this weather stripping or this waterproofing tape just to make sure the wrap didn't lift and make sure no water got underneath it. And that's what's giving me the most trouble right now is this clear tape is just breaking apart. So that's kind of causing me the most delay, but most of the quarter is off. Just kind of do it in sections. It's actually pretty cool seeing the black again, man. I've missed this color, but unfortunately it's not a good black. It's a, wait till you see the roof. The roof is really bad. Ah, I remember what happened here. So Mako taped over the stickers and then painted the whole car black. So there was basically a lip of paint around this entire sticker, and that's kind of why I sanded this down. And I physically cannot get my nail underneath these stickers, so I just left them there. But that's why you don't go to Mako. You can kind of see the, there's like fish eyes. There's fish eyes everywhere in this paint. To see it, yeah, there you go. Yeah, you see that one right there. Ooh. Yeah, so fish eyes everywhere. It's just bad. So yeah, this is the back of the fuel lid, and you can see this is how Mako does it. There's a whole edge here of paint. Kind of hard to see on camera, but yep. So basically they did this around all the Type R stickers. The roof has been absolutely miserable. I mean, this wrap is trashed. And it's super brittle. Like you just pull on it and it just breaks. So it requires a ton of heat, a lot of pulling. Then I got to get all this residue off. This sucks. This really sucks. It's the following day. I'm still working on it. It's a slow process, but honestly, I'm trying to get this done this weekend because it's getting cold. Yesterday and today, it's the only day where it's been somewhat warm. I mean, right now it's 50 degrees, so it's not super warm, but I'm hoping at least the sun will heat up the wrap a little bit, because the only way I'm getting this wrap off is with heat. You know, trying to pull it just bare, it just cracks. But yeah, got the most of the truck done. Whoop, almost fell. Few things to note. I brought a Bondo here. This Bondo actually was me doing this before the wrap. Yeah, unfortunately for the painter, whoever's painting this, he's probably gonna have to remove a lot of this black, because you know, the last thing I want is to have really nice paint on top of this really shitty paint. So anyway, moving right along, you know, had to be really careful of removing the badges, and of course the accurate badge. That stuff is quite rare nowadays. Remove the wrap off my Fields wing. Didn't really talk about this, but this goofy, ugly wing is actually a legit Fields wing from Japan. So a pretty rare piece. I kind of randomly just bought this. Yeah, I don't know. I wanted it because it was big, it was goofy, and it's honestly pretty massive. And it's a rare piece. So I'm gonna get this painted, and I also will get the OEM ITR wing painted as well. So I'll have both of these wings as an option. Unfortunately for me, I put double-sided tape along the entire bottom edge of this wing, and I cannot get it off. I've been trying to use fishing wire, but I keep tearing the wire, so maybe I need to get some more aggressive stuff. But anyway, moving right along, got the trunk done, got the entire quarter panel on that side done, got the roof done last night. The roof freaking sucked. The roof is the most damaged wrap on the whole car. I know the hood's gonna suck too. Basically, any horizontal surface on this car gets destroyed by the sun. Even though I don't really keep this car outside all that much, you know, it mostly sits in the garage, but you know, anytime it's outside, you know, it's getting negatively affected. Gonna move right along, probably move onto this quarter panel, and then just work my way front. This is gonna take a while. I'm gonna try to get it all done today, but it's gonna be a tough job. But anyway, quick little update. Not gonna bore you guys with a time lapse, because I don't want to put you through the misery that I'm going through right now. But anyway, let's get back to work. Most expensive toolbox sticker ever. You can see the fade right there. That haze, that greenish purple. Yeah, it's not good. It's another beautiful weekend, and I'm tripping over body panels ready. Nice and warm weather. It's 52, but it's really sunny. So that means I'm gonna continue on the Integra, this time with the interior. My theory is, since it's nice out, it's nice and warm, I'm gonna take the interior apart before it gets too cold, with a greater chance of potentially breaking interior panels. So warm weather, so I'm gonna work outside, got a lot more space, especially, you know, open the doors up, get all the interior out. Why am I taking apart the interior? So a few things, right? I don't plan on painting the inside of this car. I'm gonna leave it the OEM finish, which is kind of like this primer with a little bit of black overspray. But yeah, I don't ever plan on keeping this car gutted ever again, you know, because it's gonna just be a nice, comfortable street car, and I wanna rock the full interior. However, we're gonna pull all the glass. So all the glass is coming out, hatch glass, quarter glass, front windshield, everything, because I wanna paint the door jambs, I wanna paint inside the doors, I wanna basically paint everything that's gonna be visible. So that means when it goes to the paint shop, it's not gonna have any windows, so I don't want the interior to get disgusting, right? Because if the car's gonna live at a body shop for a while, it's just gonna get covered in dust. And the interior on this car is really nice. It's pretty low mileage. Gonna take apart the entire interior. That means seats, panels on the sides, door cards, dashboard, basically everything out of the inside of the car. And it's also gonna make it a lot easier for the painter to kind of mask where he needs to mask, because he's not gonna have interior bits in the way. So anyway, yeah, that's the plan today. Blow apart the interior. I got a couple of Harbor Freight bins right here that I'm gonna try to keep stuff organized. Also working on the Sedan in the background, nothing really going on with that. Just basically getting it winterized. So I just put regular antifreeze coolant into it, just in case it does get a little bit too cold in the winter. Don't want the engine to freeze up and potentially cause issues. And yeah, that's it. Let's keep tearing this apart. what's up, bud? So I had no idea how to take the window out because the window kind of runs in this channel. Well, I looked it up in the manual, and apparently you peel this off. I already did it. It's double-sided tape, and then you remove these 3 bolts, and then you slide this whole channel out. So, learning something new every day on this car. But yeah, so far everything's out of the car. Nothing's been broken. It's looking good. So, gonna get the windows out, and then next up is gonna be the dashboard. That was exhausting, but dash is out of the car, a lot of work. And, you know, I'm trying to be extra careful not to break anything, you know, especially like the gauge cluster and the bezel. But so far, nothing's been broken, so that's a huge positive. Everything is just in such a good condition on this car. It's super nice, and it's why I want to restore this car to its former glory, because underneath the really crappy paint, it's a really good car. And last thing that's left is the carpet. It's a little tricky because I have to like kind of snake it out from underneath this hanger beam. And also I gotta, I guess, remove the e-brake to get it out. But yeah, that's the last thing that needs to come out. And then of course I gotta do everything in the engine bay, but I'm gonna save that for another weekend. But anyway, yeah, it's just gonna be so much easier for the glass guy and pull the front windshield out. And I'm hoping we can get that front windshield without cracking. Because it is an OEM Honda windshield, and as much as I would like to put a brand new windshield in this car, if I could save a Honda windshield, so I don't know, we'll see. If the glass guy breaks it, it is what it is. I'll put a new one in. But yeah, we're gonna pull quarter panel glass, and then we're gonna pull the hatch glass as well. I took the door windows out already, basically a full day's worth of work. And we got the entire interior blown apart. So I'm gonna finish off today, I think, with this carpet. And then it's Thanksgiving, so I won't be back at this for a while, probably after. And then that's when I'm gonna pull the entire engine. And then we should be right on schedule to get this to the paint guy, I think in January. Maybe even December, you know? Maybe I'll get everything out of the car and I can store it in the trailer. And then this will be out of my shop for a very specific reason. I haven't really told you guys why I'm doing this right now. This might kind of seem like it's out of nowhere, but there's a very specific reason why I want this car out of my shop, because I want to make some more space for something else. But for now, this is gonna go get painted. So let's get back to work. This is pretty hard. I need to get it out of this hanger beam area. Come on, so close. Yes. There we go. All right. That can stay. Dude, hell yeah. This is awesome. I've never seen the floor of this car, but damn, there's a lot of dirt underneath here. That's it. Done. All right, guys, just want to share a quick little tip. Label your hardware. especially if you know it's gonna take a while for you to put everything back together. So this car's gonna go to the body shop. I don't know, it might be 6 months, might be a year. It's gonna be a while until I put all these parts back. So the way I label my hardware is I buy these bins from Harbor Freight, 20 bin portable parts storage case. I think these are pretty cheap. If I recall correctly, this was like $4. But yeah, these are super nice because you get a lot of bins inside of it, some big, some small, some medium. And I got all my interior parts sorted here. This is basically my work from last weekend. So dashboard, rear trim, headliner, emblem, seat hardware, yada, yada. And then yeah, just got some masking tape and then labeled every bin that I have here. So when I put this car back together in a long time from now, I'm not really sure exactly, I know where each part goes. And yeah, these Harbor Freight bins, they're pretty sweet. And I got a lot more bins left in here for more stuff. So yeah, just a quick little tip, stay organized, label everything, and it's just gonna make my life a lot easier when I put this car back together. All right, I got the front end mostly taken apart. Doing one last warm up before I take the whole engine out. You know, just get the oil cycled through the engine, get it warmed up one last time because it is gonna sit for a while. And I guess I didn't really know that you can idle the car without the dashboard. I thought the dashboard at least had some wiring that kind of interconnected the wire harnesses, because a lot of the wires go to the fuse box. Lower coolant hose is getting nice and warm, so we got the thermostat open. And yeah, I mean, she still sounds good. Smokes a little bit, and actually I think it's just condensation, but anyway, yeah. I'm probably gonna wait for the fan to kick on and shut her down one last time. Yeah, I had to charge the battery, but man, she started right up. No drama at all.